of gas. We don't need to talk about reserve. We have reserve. It's all dream until you produce it. Therefore, what we are focused on with our partners today is to produce more oil and to grow the production. And how do you produce more oil? I think it's common knowledge also. You must put money. You must get the right people to work. You must have the right technology and the will to produce it so they can benefit from it. Are all these lacking? No. And also, yes, we can blame anything. Access to capital, yes. Why don't we have access to capital? And that is why we, as the partner of 80% of those who produce oil and gas in this country, we have decided that we'll stop the debate. And we have declared a war. War means war. We have the right troops. We know what to fight. We know what we have to do at the level of assets. And we have engaged our partners. Any partner that doesn't do what it should do will get it done. This is our new way of doing things. We can't wait for anyone. We are moving on. We cannot afford to negotiate any further. Not only that, we keep talking about increasing production. Rigs come here, jackups, deep water, they drill one well and leave. And that's why you have no guarantees around availability of rigs in this country. Nobody will come here, mobilize for one rig and leave. And that's why you have seen the scarcity of the right rigs coming to our country. We have also taken another step. We will set a rig share club with our partners so that at the end, everybody must bring on the table his drilling program so that we can all align. And when rigs come here, they'll stay for 3 to 5 years, and that we are sure that the trend in production will increase. It is not also, this is also not for debate. There's no option. We don't have every country does this. Every national oil company leads this. We are the only exception. And the reason is very simple. People have converted procurement to production. Procurement to business. It is not the business. We'll face it with you. And I'm very happy to also say that all our partners are aligned with this. They love this, and we work with them. Jim, I'm sure you all agree that we have to do this in the best interest of our businesses. And this ties to Mr. President's ambition to take out some of the obstacles that we have. The executive order, no doubt, was a very bold initiative of Mr. President. It does 3 things for us. It removes the constraint created by our intention, very good intention, to increase domestic capacity. Yes, we agree. But it doesn't mean stop the act, stop the process, no. Everybody says there are delays in procurement. Yes, there are delays because, and I like talking frontally, all of us in the producing company have converted procurement into the business. It's not just NNPC, every one of us within our companies, and I've spoken this openly to all our partners, that within your companies, you have principalities, let me call it this way, who will not let you complete your procurement, who will add cost to your cost. And now, what Mr. President has done is taking out all the principalities. If you do, it's your choice. And for us as a company, we are moving to another level. And very soon, I don't want to discuss it, but we are going to cap the cost of production. You can call your wife to do the contracting, no problem, provided you produce the oil at $20 or so. Not a problem at all. We're getting there. So that we can take out those procurement people who have stopped us from developing and growing as a country and as industry. And this is what the Mr. President's executive order has done, is to take out those principalities so that we can move on. The delivery of domestic gas is a key objective of our government, of our company, and our partners. We are unable to utilize the huge resources that we have in our country. No one is putting money into domestic gas infrastructure. We are doing it. We are NNPC. We are leading this. And what are we doing? We are building the infrastructure that is required to deliver gas into our country. Of course, we charge tariffs, not CSR. But we are leading this so that we can deliver this. And I can tell you that within the next 6 months, you will see the changes that will happen. For instance, for those of us who are aware of the OB3 project, one element stopped us. We couldn't cross the River Niger, a pipeline of 2.7 kilometers, am I right? So we couldn't do it for 12 years. Is it a shame? Yes. How long did it take to do the English tunnel? 4 years, or about 5 years. So it's not an impossible activity, but it didn't happen. And I can tell you, we are for the first time, we have crossed the 1 kilometer line on the river crossing, and everything that is the engineers are here, you all know that the rest part of it is a straight line. We don't see any obstacles stopping us from crossing the River Niger. Once that is done, and I'm very confident this will happen, is introducing over 2 billion scoop of gas. Every one of us, I can see many of you here, waiting for the pipeline to work so that they can put money into upstream gas or even NAG. Nobody will do it except they see that. And I agree, the independent companies, the Nigerian partners, yes, they will contribute to dump gas, but there must be an evacuation mechanism, and we'll provide this. And as we're doing this, we're also not waiting for anyone. We are deepening domestic gas utilization, powering the CMG initiative of Mr. President so that Nigerians can have cheap automobile fuel. It's already happening. I can tell you, in 2 days' time, we are going to commission 12 stations in partnership with NIPCO, most of the stations house, so that in Lagos and Abuja, as we are expanding to other states, so that we can quickly provide the cheap automobile fuel, which is CNG. And this will lead. Not just that we have to lead, but because this is business also. It will pay off. So others can join us. We invite you to join us. I would like to emphasize that our country's short-term and even long-term prosperity depends on what we do in the energy sector. It's not just about creating energy. That's not what we're doing. We are creating resources that is required to develop this country, create the prosperity of today, so that prosperity of tomorrow will also be realistic. And that is why it is not misplaced for our country to say that the survival, short-term survival of the economy of this country depends on all of us in this room. And it's an easy way of doing it. Is first, we will intervene, join us in the war, we will recover the 2 million barrels because it is practical. And whatever is required to bring the incremental in terms of providing new assets, closing divestments, I'm sure we don't have any issues with that anymore, and also issues around rig sharing, removing the principalities in our contracting process, and I believe you will join us so that we will act collectively and shortly so that we can achieve those outcomes. Otherwise, we will not be in business, we'll be talking, as you said, we don't want to talk, we don't want to debate. The debate has ended, and you need to join us. If you don't, this country will move on without any of us here. I'd like to thank you and for listening to me. Thank you very much.
Energy for today, energy for tomorrow.